Hey guys, what's going on? So let's break down everything that happened today, see if we can make some sense of this and what maybe the rest of the week or and tomorrow have in store for us. So breaking down the daily first here. Obviously we still have the LRLR up here, but obviously the market is not showing us that there is no signs of wanting to go up back to all-time highs at this time. The notable things to take away from the daily chart is not that is this candle right here. A daily order block is now formed. This candle took some of these daily highs, so therefore once we close back below it, once we close below the wick, which we did today, or we will here in 22 minutes, it's going to be a daily bearish order block. So maybe we get some kind of move up back up into this, and then lower down to potentially this low here, based on remember today our targets were 1880, this daily low right here, and then if we display slower than that, which we expected was 1850, and then our next target was 18,006, this daily low. Notice how we are still displacing below. If we're getting some kind of reversal, you want to see something like, this, take that low and then get a strong reversal. But you see we did not get that. It's showing us, price is reaching for a different form of liquidity. Therefore, I think our next draw is going to be down to that 17,600 level, but not saying we're going straight there. You of course got to watch out for your 50% retracements. We made a lot of hourly and 4-hour fair value gaps on the way down today that we need to go up and potentially rebalance first. Um, as well, the other thing that I want to point out is this daily fair value gap that we made on right here when we made on. So this thing's been holding since 22 February. So going on, 7 weeks now, almost 2 months. Look how long this FEG has held price up. So your FEGs to hold price up this long, when they get inversed, it's usually a sign that we will continue the other direction. So that's why my next target is going to, like on the higher time frame, be down here. But I'm not saying we're going straight there. You got to watch out for your retracements, right? Kind of like, here we get a retracement, then lower, maybe a retracement here, then lower. As well as there's a small tiny volume imbalance here that we could also come back up into, which also aligns with that daily order block. So that's really that's the daily time frame. Right now, I want to look at actually I want to leave that daily order block in there, and I'm curious to see where that lines up with any kind of 50% retracement for today. Okay, so it's pretty far up there. So if we look at a 50% retracement from here, from this high to today's low, notice 18,096 lines up here. Maybe this is like the 628 fib or something, or maybe the 70.5. Actually, let's mark that out and see here. So yeah, it's the 70.5, so almost your point of OTE lines up with that daily order block. So maybe we get some kind of move overnight. Asia, London manipulates us up to here. We hit 50%. We rebalance the 4-hour. We rebalance. We have this big 1-hour FVG that's going to rebalance. We already rebalanced this hourly, so I don't know if we come all the way back up to here. We absolutely could to retest. You see we have an hourly fair value gap here. We have an hourly fair value gap in this tiny spot, as well as an hourly OB sitting up here. So there's plenty of reasons for price to come back up here, but before retracing lower, it'll shake a lot of bears out, make people think long, and then we push back lower, and then we're just in a bigger, a larger time frame like sell model down to that 17,600 level. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking. I think we get some kind of retrace to an hourly FVG, even a 15-minute FVG above. I mean, look at all the 15s we left today. We have some all the way up here that we left. This kind of lines up with that hourly OB as well. And then we have this big 15 that lines up with the hourly. Notice how we clawed up into this one today, this tiny one. Thought we would get up to that 52 level, which is a 5-minute, and this big 15. We didn't get up there. This tiny one held. So when you're like in super bearish mode, just these tiny ones by themselves will hold price, and then you'll just keep on going back down. What else I'm looking at going into like the larger time frame, bearish mode. If we are truly in like a big correction, would be this monthly fair value gap sitting down here at that 17,500 level. Maybe we get some kind of move down to there. Obviously, it's a lot more to go. We'll have to see how we react to that 17,600 level, and if we don't get a bounce here, then obviously down here take this low, hit this monthly fair value gap down at 17,500, and then push higher. So. Like I said, that's just what's going on right now. Just remember, we still have all of this up here. So whenever we do get long setups again, it's going to be very, very nice as well. So I mean, that's all I'm really looking at, guys, going into tomorrow. Looking for some kind of retrace. I am not comfortable shorting down here because look what happens here. The big candles down. Everyone hops on shorts, and look what happens. You get 50% retrace, right? 50%, 50%. Boom, back down. Look here, down, 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 50%, boom. So that's exactly why I'm thinking something like of this nature. Even if 18,100 level is, we don't have to go clear up to the hourly order block or way up there as I showed you to the 70.5. We could if we do. That's a spot to definitely watch for some kind of rejection. But right now, just look for that 50%, and then if we start making order blocks to the downside off of that, maybe look for a short down, and then we get 50%, and then we can maybe get pushed down lower. But right now, nothing to be bullish about, but obviously too bearish here to be comfortable in shorts in my book as well. Just from a risk management standpoint, I have been the one that has shorted this and chased this before, and I can tell you from experience, it doesn't always turn out to be good because you end up on the losing end because it turns out to be some kind of 50% retracement. But also remember 4-hour FVG, we are still in here, which could fuel some kind of our 50% retracement, as well as we are still respecting. I can't really say respecting because we closed so low, but this is a daily order block, right? Right here, and then you notice we're kind of at 50%. Let's go to the 70.5. You notice we're kind of sitting right at 50% of that daily order block. This down candle right here. Well, I just messed it up. Draw it over here because it's this up candle right here. So you notice how we're still respecting 50% of it. So we'll have to see what happens going into the middle of tonight. But if we do get up to the daily order block, you're looking 18,190, 18,200 level, and then that 50% up is 18,100. If we displace over 18,100, look for 18,200 to dig back up into that daily order block. If we and then what I just said, if 18,100 proves to be some kind of a rejection spot, then I'm looking lower. If we just wake up and we're still dumping, I'm completely fine taking no trades tomorrow. I just will not I will not chase down here. It's just risk management and mental and physical capital is just not worth it at that point. So that's NQ. Yes, ES is still holding this daily fair value gap sitting here. So I am watching this on ES. Want to see if we inverse it tomorrow. We inverse it tomorrow. I like down to 5019 or so. Let's go check out the 4-hour here. So ES 50%. ES does have an untapped 4-hour sitting down here at 57.74. We could dig down to before getting some kind of 50%, but let's look where 50% is compared to right here. Notice in these bigger sell models, right? Like this is a clear sell model here on ES. You got down 50%, down 50%, down 50%, down 50%. What do you think is going to happen next? Like they're not the short, like they're the algo market makers, whatever you believe moves the market, is not going to let this just keep on dumping, right? Look at the patterns here. Look at the patterns here. Up 50%, up 50%, up 50%, right? So the same thing here. You're going to expect some kind of the same thing here. 50% sits back up there at 51.54. Look where that lies. 4-hour order block sitting in here, and then look. And then we could possibly push even lower to that 50.74 level, or we hit 50.74 first, and then we push up to 50%. 50% would obviously be a little bit lower, and then we continue pushing lower from there. Yes, on a weekly standpoint, this weekly FEG is barely. We already delivered from there. Look how we delivered from this weekly as well. So I don't really see anything that ES really needs to rebalance here besides taking some daily lows. So I would just be looking for that 5074, this 4-hour FEG. If we don't hold that, we'd be looking for that 5018 and then down to that 5,000 level. Speaking of that, are these daily equal lows? They are not. Okay, so these are close, but this will be an interesting level as well because these are almost relative. These are relative equal daily lows here, down into that 49.96 level. So those would be like my next downside targets for ES. And then obviously, if we start inversing 4 hours to the upside, then obviously we'll get bullish again. But nothing says that's going to happen at this point. So with that, hope you guys have a great evening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.